Hello guys. Welcome to our channel The Recall Lab. In this video, we are going to be discussing about a 2014 sci-fi action movie, Lucy. We're excited to share our insights and experiences with you. If you are new to our channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We post new content regularly and we would love to have you along for the ride. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive in. The movie begins with a scene where we see a girl named Lucy. His friend gave her a briefcase which she had to deliver to Mr. Jang. She doesn't want to do this, but he insisted her to do so. He said to split the money which they will receive after delivering the briefcase, but still Lucy didn't agree to do this. So, he uses handcuffs and attached that briefcase on Lucy's hand, which forced her to go inside because Mr. Jang is the one who can unlock them. Lucy went to the reception and asked about Mr. Jang. The receptionist asked her to wait and told her that Mr. Jang is on his way. Then a few guards came to the reception and they shot Lucy's friend and took Lucy with them. They take her to a room where many guards are present and few dead bodies were lying on the floor with blood splashing all over. Lucy was very scared because she doesn't know who these people are and his friend is also dead. Then we see Mr. Jang, a cold-hearted person who doesn't hesitate to kill anyone who crosses him, and unfortunately he didn't speak English. Mr. Jang called one of his men who translated conversation between Lucy and Mr. Jang. Mr. Jang asked Lucy about the briefcase, but Lucy didn't know about anything. She said his friend told him to deliver this briefcase and she didn't know what was inside it. Mr. Jang wrote the code on paper to open that briefcase and he went outside the room. Mr. Jang insists Lucy to open the briefcase. When Lucy opens the case, she sees that the briefcase contains 4 packets of some blue crystals. Lucy doesn't know what this is, but Mr. Jang does. They bring one junkie and give him a small amount of blue crystal. After consuming it, that junkie starts laughing like a maniac. Mr. Jang killed him. Seeing all this, Lucy was so frightened that she hardly manages to control her breaths. Mr. Jang offered Lucy a job, but she refused, and then the guard hit her. Professor Samuel, who is a neurologist and a philosopher, was giving a presentation about the human brain and stating that humans usually use only 10% of their brain and the civilization was developed because of it. He said, if we would be able to use 20% of our brain power, we will gain full control over our body at microscopic level. On the next level, humans can able to control other humans, but for that we must use at least 40% of our brain power. One reporter asked him what if someone unlocked 100% of their mind power. For this, Samuel said he has no idea what that person can do. Lucy wakes up and finds herself in a hotel room. She sees that an operation was done on her. Then one guard came and gave her a dress to wear. They take her to Mr. Jang. Then one guard tells her that they put those blue crystal packets in her body which they want to transport to Europe because it's a type of drug and they think that it will make them a lot of money. They bring more people who will transport these packages and give them their passports with tickets. They told them that when they reach Europe their man will take out those packages from them and after that they all are free. They put clothes on their faces and send them. When they remove the cloth, Lucy finds herself tied in a chamber with 2 men. One of them tried to touch her, but she refused. Irritated by this, he hits her several times, which tears that crystal packet inside her body. Those crystals react in her body, which gives her brain power to operate at 20%. Lucy sits on her chair and then one guard comes in her room. When he came close to Lucy, she grabbed his belt and threw him away, and by belt she dragged the table towards her on which the keys and gun were present. She freed herself and killed all the people who were present outside. She ate all the food present on the table and took out a bullet from her arm. It looks like because of those crystals her body needs more energy and she doesn't feel pain anymore. She takes all the weapons present there and leaves that place. She threatened one taxi driver and asked him to take her to the hospital. While they were moving, Lucy observes that her senses are increased exponentially. She can hear what people are talking about on their phone, although they are far away from her. In hospital, she went into the operation theater where an operation was going on. She shoots that patient and said that the patient would not have survived after the operation because the tumor went inside his right side of the spine. She asks the doctor to take out the blue crystal packet from her body. While the doctor was operating on her, she called her mom. Lucy remembers everything from her childhood and her mom couldn't believe it, but Lucy was telling everything correctly. The doctor safely takes out that packet from her. Lucy told the doctor that this drug is CPH4. The doctor said that pregnant women manufacture this chemical in very small quantities during pregnancy. This is responsible for providing energy to a newborn baby. When Lucy came outside the hospital, she was able to see plant cells and roots which are transporting food and water. Lucy went to the hotel where Mr. Jang was staying. She killed all the guards and went inside. When Mr. Jang was relaxing, she suddenly put knives inside both of his hands. She wants to know about those other people who carry the blue crystal packets. She uses her power to extract information from Mr. Jang's memory. She found out that they traveled to Berlin, Paris, and Rome. The next morning Lucy went to her friend. Lucy borrows her friend's laptop and starts searching for information related to her condition. There she finds Professor Samuel. Lucy called Professor Samuel and asked him for a meeting. She told him that she consumed a large quantity of synthetic CPH for which will allow her to use the 100% capacity of her brain. Right now, she is at 28% and can control other people as well as magnetic and electronic waves. She showed him by doing so. She said she doesn't know what to do next, so the professor said that you should pass this information to another person. That is the basis of human civilization. We pass the information to future generations. Next Lucy went to the airport and called Pierre Del Rio, who is a senior officer in the narcotics department. She informed him about the people who are carrying those crystal packets. Narcotics officers catch all the 3 people at the airport. Lucy was traveling in flight. Now her brain reaches its 40% capacity. As suggested by Professor Samuel, if the conditions for life are not favorable, then her cell will choose immortality, which means self-management, and her body tissues start breaking like dust particles. She ran towards the washroom and locked the door. She quickly takes out the crystal packet and starts eating that drug. Staff members were trying to help her, but they were not able to open that door. Now Rio was informed about Lucy. Lucy's brain is working on its 50% capacity. She wakes up and finds herself in the hospital. The nurse informed the officers that Lucy is awake now. Rio and other officers went to talk to her. Rio told Lucy to stop, so she uses her power to make everyone fall asleep except Rio. She asked him about the crystal packets. Lucy said that those packets are safe only with her. While they were moving, Lucy could see the waves which were released from mobile phones and found the person who was speaking in Korean and was talking to Mr. Jang. They were about to attack the place where police kept those people who have those packets. Lucy said she wants to drive the car and push Rio to the other side. Mr. Jang's men reached the place and killed all the police officers. They take out packets from 2 people. Lucy drives at very fast speed but still didn't hit any car and safely reached the location. When the 3rd person tries to run away, they shoot him, and at that moment Lucy reaches there. One of Mr. Jang's men took the case with him and was going outside. Lucy created an invisible wall for him which he cannot cross. Lucy makes everyone fly in the air and take the briefcase from him. Rio was amazed after what he just saw. Then they leave that place. When they were leaving, Mr. Jang saw Lucy and decided to follow her. Lucy called Professor Samuel, and when the call ended, Lucy entered the room where few other professors were also present. Mr. Jang reached the university with his men. Lucy told Rio about them and asked him to make this place safe because Lucy has to be focused to pass the information. She said that everything exists because of time, and without time we don't have existence. Mr. Jang attacked the place and killed all the guards at the front door. Professors take out those crystals and start injecting it in Lucy's blood. Lucy absorbs all the drugs inside her and starts emitting a bright source of energy. After that, her body turns black and starts expanding. She connects herself with their computers. She absorbed all the energy present in the room, and the whole room turned into a white box. Lucy was making an advanced computer and started transferring data in it. Mr. Jang and his men move closer to the room and they shoot a rocket which hits the door. Because of the shock caused by the explosion, Lucy found herself in front of the Eiffel Tower. She is moving across the countries very fast and can even control time. She moves back in time and can see all the construction processes. She went back in the time of early man, and then the time when dinosaurs were present on the Earth. She went in space and saw the Big Bang and how Earth was formed. Now her brain capacity reached 99%. Mr. Jang went inside the room and was about to shoot Lucy, but then her capacity reached 100%. Mr. Jang shoots, but Lucy disappears. Then Rio shoots Mr. Jang. Then the supercomputer gives one pen drive to Professor Samuel and degrades into dust. Rio asks the professor where Lucy is, and then a text message came on his mobile which says, "I am everywhere." With this, the movie ends here. Thanks for tuning in.